Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you all here again today. If it's your first time, welcome. My name's Joe Parker. I'm a local real estate professional here in Santa Barbara at Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate. My team's called the Santa Barbara Group. And on this channel, I take you through all the different neighborhoods, all the different properties that are for sale in Santa Barbara. You can take a deep dive into the channel and find out all kinds of unique things about the neighborhoods, the real estate, and some of the history of this beautiful community here in California. So if this is something you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned because today is going to be a very special episode. What I typically do is take you on a drive-along tour with me on Caravan Tour where brokers go out and see the new inventory. And there's a lot of new listings coming on the market right now. This is kind of our hot time to see new properties hit the market. And I am excited because today is going to be a unique day where I'm taking you through the community of GOLETA. If you're wondering where I'm at right now, where's Joe going? Some of my regulars here, I'm typically buzzing around Montecito, Santa Barbara, Hope Ranch, sometimes GOLETA. I'm actually in GOLETA now on the 101 freeway heading north, and we're going to go into the Gaviota Coast. This is a beautiful community. About 76 miles of untouched California coast are very minimally touched. Many sections of it completely untouched from the beach all the way up into the national forest. Very rare in Southern California to have such wild, natural land full of all kinds of flora and fauna and just beautiful vistas. So we've got a few communities that are kind of isolated and remote out in the Gaviota Coast, including the El Capitan Canyon, which has some homes. And today I'm going to take you to two different homes in the El Capitan Canyon that are going to be amazing. I haven't seen either of them. I'm so excited to bring you along while I experience them for the first time. So as we make our way north on the 101, just getting out of the far reaches of GOLETA, you can see here I'm passing the Winchester Canyon and the Timbers, which is a great restaurant here out in GOLETA. A lot of these folks that live out here go there. Really great open air patio. And then also, if you were to get off the freeway here at Winchester and go across the freeway, that's where you're going to find Sandpiper Golf Course. And of course, the Ritz-Carlton is out there on the beach as well. Great spot to go stay if you want to have a little vacation, or the locals go out there to enjoy maybe a spa day or hit up the restaurants. So this is a really incredible time to be here in Santa Barbara because we've got the June gloom. Now everybody wants to see the beautiful blue sky and sunshine, but I got to tell you, this time of year, it's really hot in a lot of places in America. And to have, 70 degrees outside without blazing sun on you, yeah, it might not be that pretty, but I got to tell you, it is so comfortable. And this is the time of year where we have this weather pattern quite often. It can be depressing for some, but others who come from desert communities, they love this overcast weather. To get away from that sun, that brutal, oppressive sun, oh, this is really, really nice. So another June gloom day here. We've had some beautiful sunny days as well, so it's not like this is all we get in the summertime. And typically, it burns off in the afternoon, so we get some blue sky. Now, Gaviota Coast is known for its old Spanish ranchos. So the early Spaniards in the 1500s or so, when they came here, this area was actually Chumash land, and they had quite a few little reservations. The Royal Honda, I believe, is one of them, where they had permanent kind of places where they would congregate and utilize this land, which is really special because it's a place where the cold currents meet the warmer currents from down south, which creates a lot of biodiversity in the ocean. So we got a lot of kelp out there, a lot of different sea creatures, which were, of course, really beneficial to the Chumash because they were fishing village. They relied on a lot of gathering and stuff, but also a lot of fishing, mollusks and things on the rocks, including fish, using their tamul canoes. But then later we got these ranchos that developed that were these large ranches, and eventually became producing of crops like avocados. The Dos Pueblos Ranch actually has a big avocado farm, but it also has one of the only places I know of in California that has an abalone farm. So they actually pump water in, and they have abalones that they grow and sell there. So that's kind of cool. But then there's also the famous things of the Gaviota Coast are right up here. The El Capitan Ranch is a great place to camp, and you got El Capitan State Beach, which is over on the coast across the freeway. which is a really great campground at State Park where you could go and enjoy a week of camping on the beach if you want. But this campground here in the El Capitan Canyon at the very beginning where we are going to be getting off here is a great little spot. In the summertime, they do events around the campfire and they have bands that come out. You could rent a yurt. They have a pool. They have like 15 miles of private hiking trail and whatnot. So there's a lot of great things to do and explore in this area if you want to come up here and visit it. So this is the El Capitan Ranch exit to go over to that area. And this is going to get us up into this canyon where we've got a couple homes to see today. So I am going to make my way over here and see where the map takes us, because this is, like I said, a new experience for me to show you these two homes. I have not been to them yet. So here we go, the gates into the El Capitan Ranch. We've got some really nice big properties. I think one of these that we're going to see is maybe 10 acres. And I'll get you the details as we get a little bit closer of what each of these are going to look like. Let's see here. Which one do we want to go to first? Let's go to the right. Go see this one. Looks like they got a pretty fresh road here. They probably have a shared road agreement for all these people, so that looks like they're doing a great job maintaining that. This is really cool how we get out here and, you know, we're out in the middle of nowhere, but all of a sudden we're in like this little neighborhood, and it's a very rural neighborhood. You know, each of these mailboxes has a driveway that leads far, far away to the house. But I'm looking at a bunch of avocado trees up past these horse pastures, and some beautiful, gosh, these pine trees. What are these? Kind of like, not Tory pines, but kind of have that vibe. Super pretty. But the other famous spot is Refugio State Beach, and that is also a state campground on the beach just north of El Capitan. And they have this trail that's kind of dilapidated now that went from El Capitan to Refugio along the coast there. So super cool little hidden gem. It's still there. It's kind of like a ruins now, but you can still walk it. And there's plenty of places to pull over in the Gaviota Coast. There's a few little areas with some nice beaches, with some pullover areas where you can park on the side of the freeway and get down onto the beaches. And the beaches there are so beautiful. They have these beautiful rock formations, some bluffs that frame the beaches, and just so private. There's usually no one around. Okay, as we continue to make our way back, it looks like we're getting some of that clearing early back here. We're getting far enough back to where we're going to find some blue sky, so that's always nice. All right, going by some ranch facilities. Looks like maybe some utilities down there. The road's narrowing. More avocados up there on my left, up above that little bougainvillea bush. Some sycamores. And here we go. All right. Kind of got some Hawaii vibes. Can you see that turkey vulture or hawk up there? Pretty common character to find up here. Tons of wildlife too. You're going to encounter little black bears, mountain lions, bobcats, coyotes, fox, and then all the usual suspects like raccoons and skunks, possums, bunnies, squirrels, tons of birds. Let's go see what this one's all about. Oh wait, I gotta give you some update. All right, we are at 10697 Calle Quebrada in the Gaviota Coast. 10 acres of unique El Capitan Ranch offering. Exclusive coastal gated community with access to a private beach. The 4,500 square foot contemporary ranch home is also privately gated and features 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, including a guest suite and media game room. It's open, light, and bright. Lots of park-like setting, breathtaking running stream, waterfalls, swimming holes, tropical walkways, oaks, sycamores. Oh, wow. All right, we're going to go on adventure, people. The price, $4,750,000. All right, folks, look at this motor court. How peaceful, how cool. This one, there are view properties up here in the El Capitan Ranch. This is a view setting property. So like you saw when I parked, that setting of all those oak trees and everything, that's what you're getting. That's surrounding. You're like in this beautiful cocoon of nature, Gaviota nature up here. So here we go, entry, you got a nice high ceiling, gives you a good amount of volume. Living room off to the left, but let's go off here to the right first. See our dining room. More of that volume, give you a sense of space and airiness, and some light coming in through the windows there. And what I really like is this breakfast booth and kitchen area. So beautiful, nice and bright. We've got ourselves granite on the countertops, some cool kind of seafoam green subway tile on the backsplash, stainless steel appliances. Look at this window setting looking down towards the creek and all the oak trees there. I'm sure you're gonna see some wildlife wandering by. I like how they have dual ovens and another little prep sink on this peninsula, and this fun little eating area here. Beautiful natural light, beautiful oak tree setting in this room. More of the vault there to give you that space. Skylights are adding lots of natural light. And over here we got one of our bedrooms. Ensuite. Nice tiled shower. And then look at this bathroom. This is the powder room. I love it when people jazz up their powder rooms with this fun wallpaper we're seeing in a lot of them. It's a great trend. Cool. And then let's see this laundry room. Ooh, laundry room with a dishwasher. Now we're talking. It's always nice to have an extra dishwasher. Plenty of pantry space to store all the stuff. I saw a battery there. All right, here's our living room. Fireplace, built-in bookshelves. More volume, tons of natural light, really light and bright, and access out to that deck that we'll go out to after we see these bedrooms. Okay, nice corner bedroom there with 2 windows, bringing in lots of light, and then the hall bath for that. Dual sinks, nice little closet area, skylight bringing in lots of natural light. Another bedroom here. We got the wood floors. And then finally, here we go with this primary. Nice and spacious. Big bathroom. More of that marble. They got the waterfall edge in the bathroom. You don't see that very often. I see it often in kitchens, not so much in the bathrooms. I like it. Okay. There's our shower. Like that tile. And look at these views. Beautiful, massive oaks. Look at all those hiking trails. I'll go take you out there. I probably won't hit it all because it is 10 acres, folks. And this does have all that description, if you look it up, has on the property, the stream, the swimming hole, the waterfall, it's all on this property. See what we got downstairs. Stairwell has been jazzed up with this crystal chandelier. Looks like a pocket door down here to close off this area. All right, this is where the fun happens. There's our pool table. All right, let me get over here first. Restroom. Fun wallpaper. Got some like lobsters. Look at this. Looks like a polished concrete there in the shower, the glass enclosed shower. Also on the floor here, I'm walking on the polished concrete. Really nice. Beautiful little office. What is this? Oh, I get it. Secret door. Okay. Wow. Okay, a little bunker. Oh. That's a fun bed. All that reclaimed wood. Okay, here's our little guest suite down here. I just went up some stairs, more of that polished concrete on the floor. Love that old couch. Got a little bit of an exposed beam there, so definitely a fun house. Look at that jukebox in the corner there. I wonder if they'd include that in the sale. Fits perfect. Wine cellar. Whoa, amazing. Okay, let's go. All right, now we are outside. This is in front of where I parked. Some kind of fruit tree is dropping an immense amount of fruit over there. It's got me wanting to get over there and pick it. All right, going down some steps here. I think I hear some water down there. We're getting close to this water feature creek that we were talking about earlier. Gotta watch my step here. These railroad ties are a little uneven, but nice to have the steps to get us down here. Oh, cool. Here's that little creek. Okay, so it's tiny. Somewhere down there, you can see a little bit of water flowing. Looking back up to the house. I didn't get on that deck there. I think you get the idea. So many fruit trees up on the hill there. I see a bunch of oranges. Looks like some princess flowers here. Jasmine, smells good. Wow, this is like Jurassic Park. Oh, there's the waterfall. Cool. Okay, so there is quite a bit more land over here. I think we've seen a good part of the manicured apples, apricots I'm seeing. Oh, here's a nice flat area, little oak grove with space for some dining. Looks like they got a barbecue, little playground area maybe, and a tree swing. Yeah, pretty fun. All right. Okay, I think that's about all I'm gonna hike. Let's go find one more in this beautiful canyon of El Capitan. All right, everyone, El Capitan Ranch, home number 1. What do you think of that one? Pretty tranquil and amazing. I mean, what a peaceful setting, huh? All the trees, nature, the creek. I mean, that's basically what you're looking for up here, to live up here. Now, there is one other thing you may be looking for, and that's ocean views, because this coastline and the landscape, the mountain ridges, the open, untouched land is so beautiful. So let's see what this next one offers up, because we're going to find ourselves perched up a little bit higher with some more exposure. Looking forward to that. But look at how this country road, I'm going by some chickens on the prowl. That's pretty interesting. I would think maybe a coyote would be coming along looking at those chickens, thinking it's time for lunch. We are going past some avocados, through a little washout area. It looks like if the creeks are flowing, you might go through some water, but probably not. There's a few feet under us there, and maybe a 3-foot pipe that runs there to help clear that water out. By another house there. The road's turning into kind of like a gravel dirt road now. This would be interesting in the rain. It probably holds up pretty well. It does have a lot of gravel. It's pretty thick. Through all these avocados. The hiking back up in here is truly amazing. There's some really good hiking trails. If you go to All Trails app and spend some time in the Gaviota Coast, you could get up there and get some amazing vistas and take in some of that wild backcountry. It's untouched California. And if you continue up the 101 freeway, which is a beautiful, most beautiful drive through the Gaviota Coast there, don't ever take the 154 if you're going north. It's about a 15-minute savings, they say on the maps, if you do, but it's really not worth it in my opinion. I would say spend the extra time and go the 101 through the Gaviota Coast. You don't have to worry about the head-on traffic and the windy road of the 154, especially if anyone in your car gets car sick. But if you stay up the 101, you're going to get rewarded once you leave the coast and start going inland towards the valley where Buellton is, and then you're going to get over to San Ynez and find your way like to Solvang perhaps. But once you start going inland right there, you're going to go through a tunnel. It's about 420 feet long, beautiful tunnel through the mountain. So that's super fun. And you'll be able to see that tunnel in the movie Sideways. I don't know if any of you have seen that movie Sideways, but that is a really cool film that put the local wine scene on the international map. It's a movie about these guys that go up into San Ynez and visit wine country. And so, you know, Santa Barbara and the San Ynez wine country is one of the main characters, and that tunnel's in there. I also think you might find it in the movie The Graduate. Old school classic film. I saw that in my film class at UCSB, I remember, and I think that was it, where they had a little montage, a drive-along montage, and they went through the tunnel there. So, all right. Hopefully, my map says I'm getting close. I feel like I've taken a wrong turn telling all these stories to you guys, or I'm going in the back road. I wonder if this is really how you get to this house. I don't think it is. So, I'm going to figure out where I went wrong in my storytelling, but in the meantime, you guys just got this cool glimpse of this backcountry area, this property, but I'm definitely lost, so I'm going to circle back and see which sign I missed. All right, I came into El Capitan Canyon Ranch to show you guys what this is all about, because it's one of the coolest features, I think, of this area up here. You've got campgrounds with yurts, hiking, and a little market, and they do bonfires and bands in this field here. Got some beautiful redwoods. There's where the fire pit is there. And they do the fires, and then this is where they set up the band over there on the stage. You could get under the trees for a picnic. There's the sweet cabins. I think there's also on the other side of the creek are where the yurts are. And then you've got these hiking trails that start right here on this side of the property and go up into the hills where you could get into some vistas and some wild backcountry. And this bridge over the creek. More picnic areas over there, it looks like. And then the creek continuing out towards the ocean. El Capitan Canyon, great little destination if you want to come glamp in a yurt. This would be the place I'd go. All right, everybody, don't worry. I found my way out of El Capitan Canyon. I did take a little side road, a little adventure to take you on some of the backcountry roads there. And I had to rescue this one avocado that fell off a tree and was laying in the middle of the road that looked like it was about to get squished or something. So I had to go save that little guy. But we are back. This is the street that we came through right as we turned in. And of course, we had two signs right at the beginning. And that is where I went wrong. Or maybe I was following my maps. I think I could maybe blame it on the maps, but without Brahmi in the car, I definitely am prone to talking and finding that I've taken a wrong turn and don't know where I am. Thank God for GPS. But here we go. We're going to make our way up to this next one here, which is going to produce a bit more of an exciting vista for us and give us an opportunity to explore this unique neighborhood a little bit more. A lot of working ranches up here. It looks like possibly a truck coming down now with some boxes on the back. Looks like they could be for picking avocados. Looks like they would fill those bad boys up and load them with that little forklift on the back of the truck. So, oh, Cybertruck spotted. And Cyber Farmer. Oh yeah, look at all these boxes. Yeah, they're doing a big harvest or something, it looks like. Getting those boxes loaded. Kind of look like bees. You know, sometimes they have bee boxes on farms. They're probably around here somewhere. They help pollinate the crop. This is all avocado on the right here. And an interesting pipeline. I wonder what's in that. Must be water, but it seems not significant enough for water. It seems a little flimsy. Oh, it's probably drainage. Yeah, drainage. Okay, that's a nice new modern place there. We drove by. Oh yeah, look at that. We're starting to get up into the sunshine. We're getting so high and back up into the mountains that we're getting some sun. So that you know that I'm not lying when I say that we get more than gloomy skies in the summertime here. Look at this. Love those mountains back there too. So beautiful. All right. Okay, we're coming up on it here. Another turkey vulture there flying over the orchard, monitoring things. 425 Calle Lippizana. This estate is definitely more refined. Got a little bit more of a polished product here. Here's our tidy little motor court. And I'm going to go ahead and turn us around and then take you guys out and show you what this house is all about. All right, here's the 425 Calle Lippizana in the Gaviota Coast. We got 10 acres, coastal ranch, El Capitan. We've got a price of $6,295,000. And 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 3,382 square feet. 10.24 acres. Pool, deck, patio, spa, fruit trees, yard. Let's go see what it's all about. All right, here we go, walking past the motor court. There's our fountain entry. All right, here we go. Coming right into the living space, super bright. Sunken living room here. This is an interesting footprint. 10 acres, 10.25?
Yeah, 10.24, and they just completely redid the house.
I can't help but go right out here and see what we got here. Okay, this is what we came here for, folks. What does an El Capitan view property have on offer? Here we go. There's that modern house we went by. Gosh, it's all kind of one color, so you're not really being able to see the contrast of the horizon line. You would see some islands out there, but you get an idea of the caliber of view here on this sort of Mediterranean, California Mediterranean vibe. You got a pool with a built-in jacuzzi. Sprawling. Not quite a single level, but not quite a two-story. But let's go see the rest, and maybe I'll change my opinion there. Let's start off going to the bedroom wing. Avoid some of that traffic over there. Okay, here's our powder room. No, not a powder room. We have a shower. Nice glass enclosed shower. Looks like they've updated it very recently. Floors nice, wide plank, white oak. Here we go. Laundry room. It's like actually a laundry closet, but extra large. Oh, that's going to take us downstairs. We're not going there yet. Okay, we got some more storage, it looks like. I really like these floors. A little extra wide, a little wider than normal. I passed an office that I didn't go into because I got lured into this primary suite. Look at how the bed is going to have this view looking out that way. Ocean, trees, avocado orchard. The ceiling height in this home is a little low. Makes it easier to heat. Bathroom. That's a really beautiful onyx top there. I have no idea what that is. Look at that bathtub. View of the canyon. Watch the wildlife go by. Water closet. And clothes closet. All right, and then we've got the office. I like the built-ins, plenty of room there, and it could be used as a bedroom, I guess, because we do have this, maybe a little nursery or something, closet there. There was another bedroom over here. 2 more bedrooms on the bedroom wing. Okay. There's a guest suite, good sized room. It's like dual pane windows throughout the house. And then here's this another updated bathroom. Really pretty tile, clean. Like that vanity. Okay.
Now there was an original barn that was here like a few years old when they bought the land. There was like a barn structure with all these garages, and they converted that into a living space and also one garage.
All right, this bedroom does not have an attached bath. but still real nice, clean. A few windows, adding lots of light. Let's go see what, since those guys are over there talking, I want to take you downstairs real quick because those guys are chatting it up. What could we have down here? Drum roll, please. Is this to get to the systems? Is this going to be a playroom? Is this going to be storage? Oh, the guest apartment. All right. Interesting. That's pretty sweet. This is a proper kitchen in this guest apartment down here. All right, so you got your island, tile on the floor, tile on the counter, electric range, bathroom, pretty simple, very nice to have, and bedroom with a big closet and some outdoor. Look at this. So I parked next to two standard two-car garages, and if you swing around the house and come down below, you get all of these garages too. So it looks like one of these big old garages got converted. So you still have one, but then this one was converted. Very cool. Let's go see what is over here real quick. Just give those guys a little more time to finish their chit-chatting before we go see the rest of the house up there. All right. Nothing really. This is where they hide the pool equipment, and this is going to be the driveway. That brings you over here. All right, I'm going to take you back in to try not to confuse you too much on this floor plan. We're going to go back up those stairs and try to continue with the left side of the home where our kitchen is and maybe a living room. All right, back up to the main level. Back through this bedroom wing towards that living room and front door. All right.
I appreciate you coming, thank you.
Dining room here, really nice and bright and spacious. This is very inviting space here to entertain, because look at this view. This would be the table or the seat to get right there. Nice little arch to the doorway, and then look at this, more of that onyx on the countertops. Prep sink, always love those. Whoa, this kitchen is phenomenal. All right, so that's a fresh kitchen here, remodeled, beautiful professional Viking range, or a cooktop with a griddle. I was actually looking at the fridge, so that's a beautiful Viking professional fridge as well. Then they went with Wolf for the double ovens, griddle top, oh, that's a dream. Beautiful subway tile on the backsplash. Here's our main sink. Again, sink with a view. Nice classic white cabinetry. And then here's a sitting area. So we got the great room vibe with a slider going out to the pool so the kids maybe swimming, playing, run inside, grab a snack, grab a drink. Everyone's hanging out, enjoying life. This is just really my favorite room in the house so far for sure. Oh, secondary dining area. Wow, these people are serious about dining. So you could choose from the main dining area. You've got the island, and then you got this secondary dining area. Okay, powder room, classic. And then I think we got some more garage space over here. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this flooring. Not epoxy, but this is a cool tile that also is permeable to a degree. Gives it a nice pattern too, aesthetically. Oh, look at, here's a bunch of the wood flooring that just put down. Got a bunch left over. They got the central vacuum system. I don't know if people really use that anymore. Okay, hobby room. Fantastic. All right, back out the front door. Little fountain doing its thing. I think this land isn't as hikeable as the last one. And so we may be about through it here. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be some avocados, views, and the pool area, and of course that area that wraps around that you could drive to get to those other garages, which is right down there. So, okay. All right, making our way off of this latest El Capitan Canyon tour home that I wanted to bring you guys through today. What'd you think of that one? Really interesting how different these two properties were. Total different price points. You know, I think we had about a $2 million delta between the two of them. Both similar in size with that sweet 10-acre lot, but that one being perched in the canyon, looking out the canyon with those incredible views. The first house, way more size, so that was nice. Maybe not way more size, but definitely a total different animal. So would love to hear what you have to say about these ones. You know, I make these videos to give you guys a little more insight on this community. If you're curious about this, it may be hard to figure out what direction to go in. How do you make a choice? You know, is it even right for you? So this channel is all designed to help bring some value to your search, to your lives, entertainment. Maybe you just want to watch and daydream about living in Santa Barbara. I love that, and I'm glad I could bring this community to you guys. Thanks for watching. Reach out if you have any questions. Love hearing from you. Love helping you guys with your real estate needs. We've been helping lots of you secure homes, work on your plans, all these types of things we love talking to you about. So reach out to me. I got my number here on the screen, and be sure to keep a smile on your face and say, I love you to all the people in your life, because life is amazing. So thanks for watching, everyone. Joe Parker with the Santa Barbara Group, Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate.